Hey, and a very good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Farm Dream. My name is Raymond, and this is the dream. Today, let me put you down here. There's actually quite a few things I want to do today, and I'm just going to take you along for the ride. It's an average day on the farm here. What I usually tend to do, there's a few things that we need to do, like cleaning out this chicken coop. Let's start with that, and then see what the rest of the day brings. The chickens tend to make a big mess out of the water, kicking all the sand. Let's just open it up. There we go, open it up, and let's just clean it off completely. Yeah, that's the water. There's actually still enough food in there, but let's just top it off, so they won't run out anytime soon. There we go. And let's put these back in and then clean up the rest. Kom maar kijken. So that's the chickens done. I gave them some extra food on the floor, some seeds. They really like them, so they will be fine for the rest of the day. Let's move on. Next step is going to be watering the garden for today. It's actually becoming a really hot day, so I just want to water. I didn't do anything yesterday, so just want to give them some water here. Not too much, but make sure they're all moist. The tomatoes, actually, I'll show you in a bit, but it's not good news on this side of the garden. You might be able to tell that the tomatoes look horrendous. It's because they are doing really bad. The fungi is taking over, late blight. We can't really do much. We're just trying to keep them alive a little bit and see if we can get some harvest out of that. But really, it's getting worse and worse. So we did get a few out, especially cherry tomatoes. They were all good. They were just ripening the last stages, so we took them out before they went bad. But late blight on the tomatoes basically took them all out. I will show you the ones in the front because I did do some prevention. I'll tell you in a bit how that's looking. And of course, we also need to water the front yard. So we actually got a tap now here. Great upgrade. There we go, let's water. While the drip irrigation is running, I just wanted to show you guys the other plant and how it's doing. So we got one little bit of fungi down here, a little bit of late blight, but I did control it, manage it. So I was just in time on this plant. We've got some beautiful cherry tomatoes hanging on it, and it's actually doing really well. There's also a few beef tomatoes. I think we'll manage with this one, and I think we will get some harvest out of it, even though the late blight overtook it a little bit. I made a mix with some baking soda, dish soap, and a little bit of vegetable oil, and it worked out great. Now that we got that all out of the way, I had some quick lunch, and now down here, and this always gets me because the courgette, zucchini, whatever you want to call it, always has big leaves, which is great, but at the same time, it also sometimes hides the fruit. And we actually missed out on one here. It is not too big yet, but it is quite big. There we go. So yeah, make sure to check everywhere when you have a zucchini. Let's look around in the garden and see what else we can harvest today. The next thing is gonna be this kale here, and I'm just gonna grab one off here. Beautiful leaves, and we're actually gonna combine these with mashed potatoes, and it's called boerenkool, stamppot boerenkool in the Netherlands. So I'm not too sure what it translates to, probably put it down there, but it's gonna taste really delicious, and actually gonna grab some more and have dinner for tonight. Decided to head for the back garden for a little bit and also let the chickens out. And they just found their spot, started laying on the floor, and that's all they do. I think they like the sun and just want to sit in it for a bit. So a few more things I want to show you guys, because I actually had a chat with somebody. I went there and she had some nice vegetables for me, and let's check them out. I know I just said vegetables, but I meant vegetable plants, of course. There are 5 pointed bell pepper plants in there. So we're just gonna see and maybe create a little bit of a greenhouse so that we can get some harvest before the end of the year. And here is the other pointed bell pepper. And in front of that, we actually also got some rosemary. So it is really tiny still, but it's gonna be a joy to get this out. Now, actually, we also got this bin full of ginger, and I always wanted to try growing my own ginger. So this is a good thing to start off with, and from here on, we can just start growing our own. And with that, we also got a strawberry plant combined with a lot of arugula. And well, we need to transplant them in, so let's do that right now. Since the lettuce over here didn't germinate that well, we can actually now transplant this arugula in there. So yeah, let's just go and do that. Let's fill this bed up, then put a net on top, because the spinach here also needs some netting, and we're gonna put it over these small plants, the small seedlings here as well. Let's go. Since we are reaching about the end of the season and the birds are looking for more and more and more food, we're actually gonna make sure we protect our food a little bit better. These are all really small, really easy to grab, and we actually lost quite a lot of lettuce because of the birds. So just gonna put some netting on top and protect all these little seedlings. And there we go. We do have a row of spinach in the back, so let's go over there and do the same. And that's it for the end of the day. I thought I'd take you guys along for one day in the working of our farm. I know it's not too much because there isn't too much to do, but at the same time, it's these small things that make a big change and can get you a lot of harvest at the end of the day. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, consider subscribing, and don't forget to live the farm dream.